Section 56. Of Little Masterpieces of American Wit and Humour, Volume 1. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Lynn Thompson. Little Masterpieces of American Wit and Humour, Volume 1. Edited by Thomas Lansing Masson. What Mr. Robinson Thinks, by James Russell Lowell. Governor B. is a sensible man. He stays to his home and looks after his folks. He draws his furrow as straight as he can, and into nobody's tater-patch pokes. But John P. Robinson he says he wouldn't vote for Governor B. My, ain't it terrible? What should we do? We can't never choose him, of course, that's flat. Guess we can hev to come round, don't you? And go in for thunder and guns and all that. For John P. Robinson he says he won't vote for Governor B. Gineral C. is a dreadful smart man. He's been on all sides that give places or pelf. But consistency still was a part of his plan. He's been true to one party, and that is himself. So John P. Robinson he says he shall vote for Gineral C. General C. he goes in for the war. He don't vally principle more'n old cud. What did God make us rational creeturs for, but glory and gunpowder, plunder and blood? So John P. Robinson he says he shall vote for General C. We were getting on nicely up here to our village, with good old idees and what's right and what ain't. We kinder thought Christ went agin war and pillage, and the Tepulets warn't the best mark of a saint, but John P. Robinson he says this kind of thing's an exploded idee. The side of our country must allers be took, and President Polk, you know, he is our country, and the angel that writes all our sins in a book puts the debit to him, and to us the per contry. And John P. Robinson he says this is his view of the things to a T. Parson Wilbur he calls all these arguments lies, says they're nothing on earth but just fee-faw and fum, and that all this big talk of our destinies is half on its ignorance and t'other half rum. But John P. Robinson he says it ain't no such thing, and of course so must we. Parson Wilbur says he never heard such in his life, that the 'postles rigged out in their swallow-tail coats and marched round in front of a drum and a fife to get some on 'em office and some on 'em votes, but John P. Robinson he says they didn't know everything down in Judee. Well, it's a mercy we've got folks to tell us the rights and the wrongs of these matters, I vow. God sends country lawyers and other wise fellers to start the world's team when it gets in a slough, for John P. Robinson he says the world'll go right if he hollows out glee. Old Gentleman to Driver of Street–car. My friend, what do you do with your wages every week? Put part of it in the savings–bank? Driver. No, sir. After paying the butcher, and grocer, and rent, I pack away what's left in barrels. I'm afraid of them savings–banks. Section 57.